Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. Have you recovered yet from Christmas? Did you eat too much, drink too much? I certainly did, but I really enjoyed it. And today I thought, so because we're at the point, aren't we, where you have no idea what day it is, because we're in this no man's land between Christmas and New Year. I wake up in the morning, I think, what the hell day is it? I have no idea. Is it weekend yet? When's New Year? When was Christmas? Is it Boxing Day today? No, it's the day after Boxing Day. Oh my God, it's just you just lose track of everything, don't you, at this time? Anyway, I got up this morning and I thought, right, I was planning to do, well, I am doing this live about this guy who's gone missing in Spain, in the Alicante area of Spain. A lot of you will know Alicante because it's where Benidorm is, or just Benidorm's just outside Alicante. So it's a very popular place for Brits. And this poor guy has gone missing. His family are desperate to know what's happened to him. And that's what the stream is about today. That's what we're going to be talking about. The family are making many appeals over Facebook, etc. And anyway, I'm going to tell you about that, and let's hope he can be found. Let's hope he can be found safe and sound. Maybe he's just gone for a drink. You know, people do. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but people do go on benders and things when they're on holiday and that, and sometimes are found days later. But we can only hope that that's the case here. But I'm going to tell you what's going on. So that's what I was planning on doing today anyway. So I got up nice and early last night. I went to bed early, not early, but I have been going to bed later. So I've been getting up later, and then, you know, that ruins my day because I'm really a morning person. So if I don't get things done in the morning, they just don't get done. So I got up and I thought, right, I'm going to take the dogs out. I'm going to pop to Aldi. I needed about 3 things, which was bread, kitchen towel, and something else. But there's a place where I like taking my dogs, you know, for a walk on the way there. So off we went, took them for a little walk, got in the car, went to Aldi, came back, pulled up outside my gate. And I thought, what the hell is that? I was sitting on the pavement, just like, you know, tranquil. A rabbit. A beautiful rabbit, a beautiful domestic rabbit. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you a little video, in fact. And I looked at it and I thought, is that a dog? I thought it was a Bichon Frise at first. You know, I thought that's a little dog. Oh, I forgot to upload. Did I forget to upload? No. So This is it had run from where initially it was literally on the pavement in front of my house. Anyway, I set off trying to catch it. Well, first thing I did was, because I thought, well, I've got dogs in the back of the car because I'd taken the dogs with me. I've got a German Shepherd who luckily is still asleep upstairs in my son's room. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this rabbit if I do catch it? So I came in, I put the shop, and it was literally 3 things, brought the dogs in, went back out, just Googled, how do you catch a rabbit? What can tempt a rabbit? So I've never had a rabbit, well, not except from when I was a kid. I don't remember looking after it or what it ate or anything. So it said something about oats. So I've got some porridge. So I took some porridge oats out with me and went on the hunt for this rabbit. So have a look at it. It's beautiful, beautiful. Doesn't it? Let's look again. not running off. But having said that, when I did get really close up and went to make a grab for it, like to go, it did occur to me. I thought, God, what if it bites me or whatever? But what else can you do? I couldn't leave it because there's roads all around there. They're not mad busy roads, but they're roads all the same. And unfortunately, because they're quiet roads, cars do tend to come round really quick. Why do people do that? It's like they don't think they'll run anything over because it's a quiet road. But you're more likely to run something over, you fool, if it's a quiet road, because animals will sit in the middle of the road, or kids might be riding their bike there because they think it's safe. So I thought, I cannot leave this rabbit in the street. I just... it running off. And this went on for maybe 20 minutes. Anyway, then this car came round the corner and this young lad got out, because I was like waving him to slow down. He wasn't going fast, to be fair. I'm going, no, like that. And the rabbit's right in the middle of the road. So he stops his car. It was a van, and he got out and he said, oh, he said, it started off in Spanish. He said, did he escape? And I said, well, it's not my rabbit. I've just found him in the middle of the street. Lo encontré en medio de la calle. And we had another little bit of conversation. And then he suddenly turned to me and he said, are you English? And I said, yeah, are you English? So he was English, but he's been brought up here in Spain. He was, I don't know how old he was, 20 maybe. So he says, right, I'll pull my van over, and I said, oh, well, if you've got any time, maybe you could help me catch it. And he said, well, I'm supposed to be at work. He said, but I'll pull my van over. So as he pulls his van over, his dad then comes round the corner. So we then got three of us trying to get this rabbit. And his dad, he was the one who caught him. Actually, it's a female rabbit, I found out. He's just quicker than me. Thing is, I just wasn't quick enough. I'd get right up close to her, like this, and she'd be just looking at me all adoringly like this, and butter won't melt. And then as soon as I got within like a centimetre of her, she'd just hop off, literally. Hop, 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 hop. And I wasn't quick enough to just grab her. Anyway, this guy was. So he did just grab her, and we got her and we brought her to my house and put her in one of the dog's cages. And I thought, right, get on Facebook. Facebook's brilliant for reuniting lost animals with their owners, isn't it? That's how we found the German Shepherd once, Princess Tia. She escaped, and we found her through Facebook. Anyway, so I put these adverts on Facebook. A couple of people responded, and one thing I noticed because I was trying to look through Facebook to see, near me, to see what rabbits had gone missing. There's bloody loads. God, if you've got a rabbit, keep your eye on it. They're like escape artists. There were loads of people looking for their rabbits. I was thinking, oh my God. And someone said to me, oh, someone's looking for one that wasn't that far away from me. But I thought, God, surely that rabbit hasn't, it was quite a distance. I thought, surely that rabbit couldn't have got all the way here. But anyway, you don't know. So I tried to message them. And anyway, in the meantime, then suddenly I get a message through. And it's literally my neighbours, not my horrible neighbours, like the nice neighbours. Well, I don't know if they're nice or not. They're neighbours, but they're far enough away that I never see them. So they're nice for that reason. They've got quite a big house. And funnily enough, it was hanging around there, this rabbit. And I think it got from under the garage door. But anyway, never mind. And I'd been that far from actually ringing their bell and saying to them, is this your rabbit? But I didn't. Anyway, that's who it was, and that's whose rabbit it was. They've come and got the rabbit. It's a beautiful rabbit, honestly. If I didn't have 3 dogs, I would have loved to have kept it, if I couldn't have found the owner. But the kids, kids, it belongs to their kids. Their kids are absolutely over the moon because they were really upset. They thought their rabbit had they won't be seeing their rabbit again. So there was some good news. So the rabbit was lost and found, and let's hope this guy's lost and found as well. Let's hope he's going to come home. It's going to be a happy reunion for him and his family. I'll just show you the rabbit one more time because it is adorable. Funny little thing. Okay, so I'm going to say hello to everybody now. Hi, Angel. Hi, David. Hi, Laurie. Let me just have a drink. I've got a sore throat. I hope I'm not going to... Hope I'm not coming down with anything. That's why I've got the big wrap on. Hi, Tracy. Oh, Angel's at work. That blooming work. Hi, Arkan. Bun. Oh, David, yeah, it could have been a present. That would have been, tell you what, that is a nice present someone could buy me. Not at the moment because of the other dogs. Well, the woman that came round to pick it up, she said that it is used to dogs. They've got little dogs. And he's fine with dogs, but it's the German Shepherd. That would be a Scooby snack, definitely. Yeah, rabbit stew. Yeah, of course, all the Spanish were going, oh, we're going to put it in the paella. Oh, dear me. Yeah, my one of my sisters, years ago, she was, God, how old was I when this? I think I was about 10 or something. But her husband, he had a lurcher dog, a little lurcher dog, and he used to go catching rabbits. And oh God, they used to be hung up in the kitchen, well, in the cellar. And then I was like, oh, I'm not eating rabbit. I'm not eating rabbit. And then they gave me rabbit stew without telling me it had rabbit in it. Yeah. Anyway, that's right. Wild rabbits. There's loads of wild rabbits around here and people do hunt them, which it is, I don't know. It keeps the numbers down, I suppose. But of course, you could see that particular rabbit was not a wild rabbit. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Princess. Yeah, I feel like I've done a good deed for the day today by rescuing that rabbit. Because before it got squished. Because probably eventually, I think it was, it come round to our houses. But when I sort of went out and tried to catch it, I knew where it lived, I think. Because it went back near where we finally caught it was not far from the house where it lived. But just it could have got squished so easily, just so terrifying. So yeah, I told oh no, that's a cat, isn't it? Yeah, it's the wabbit. Where's the wabbit? That was Elmer Thud, wasn't it? Not Elmer Thud. So yeah, I feel like I've done a good deed today by rescuing the wabbit, and the wabbit is home. And now if it does get out again, I'll know, where it lives, so I'd be able to just take it straight back. So that's one story. So of course, I mean, it's good that I found the rabbit and the rabbit's now home, but of course it buggered up my whole morning, that I had this nice tranquil morning planned after all the madness of Christmas. I was going to research this poor guy who's gone missing properly and tell you, do a live tell you all about him. But I haven't managed to research it as well as I would have liked to have researched it. So we'll have to just sort of go along as we can. But it's been all over the Spanish Facebook, if you like, or the expat Facebook, because this is the guy who's gone missing up here in the top corner. And they seem to think there's some suspicious circumstances. Now, another thing is when you Google, let me just share this actually. When you Google missing people in Spain, there's loads of British people gone missing in Spain. You know, of course, we saw it with Jay Slater. Sometimes they come sticky ends like that. Sometimes they're never found. But there's so many, lots of Brits missing in Spain, and some of which are a bit like Amy Fitzpatrick, though she's Irish, not British, but same difference anyway. Probably a lot of Irish people might not agree with that. I don't know if Amy Fitzpatrick was Northern Irish or Southern Irish, but anyway, she went missing a long time ago. She's never been found. There was Levi who went missing in Barcelona, who they think drowned, but you know, it's never been solved. I mean, there's just so many, because when I first Googled a missing man in Spain, there were so many came up, so I had to sort of put it down to Alicante area. So let's have a look. So we need this living nightmare to end. Family of Belfast man missing in Spain endure Christmas without news of his whereabouts. So he was due to fly home. He's a father of two. John Hardy, or John George, is often known as. He was supposed to fly home. He was over in Spain having a holiday, and his flight home was December the 18th, but he did not board his flight. So where is he? So he's there's a lot of his family on Facebook, his dad, his sisters. Of course, he's a father of two. The people want to know where he is. So this article was on December the 26th in the Irish News. The family of a Belfast man missing in Spain have endured Christmas heartache as they await news in the search for the father of two. Now, as we've said, I'll tell you what I forgot today again, candles. I've got to go, but I've got to buy some candles. I've got to put that on a priority list. In fact, I might order them from Amazon in a minute, otherwise I'll forget again. You know, there's a lot of people that we've been thinking about over Christmas. Jack O'Sullivan's family, Sebastian Rogers' family, loads of people who, you know, there are people that have been bereaved, of course, and that's bad enough, but to also not know where your loved one is, you know, not know what's happened to them, it's got to be especially hard, I think, personally, though you've always got hope then, haven't you? So John Hardy, also known as John George, failed to get on a plane home last Wednesday, December the 18th, and there has been no contact with the 37-year-old since he spoke with his sister on December the 14th. John had travelled to Alicante to visit friends, and it's believed he was due to drive to the resort of Benidorm to meet other friends around the time he was last in contact with loved ones. The PSNI, what does that stand for? Something Northern Ireland, said they received a missing persons report in relation to John, and they added, inquiries are ongoing in conjunction with our international policing partners. His family have spoken of their ongoing worry, and his sister, Courtney George, has said her father would never have gone 2 days without contacting her. And following his disappearance, she said of her brother's children, they love their daddy. All they want for Christmas is their dad to come home. And she and other relatives shared a Christmas Eve social media post about her brother and their ongoing concern for his safety. Whilst you organise your presents, we are organising search parties, the post stated. Whilst you wrap your presents, we wrap our arms around each other in grief. Whilst your children wait for news of Santa, our John's sons wait for news of their daddy. Every minute of the day is frozen in anxious anticipation, waiting for any news that will bring him home to us and end this nightmare. Now, she has gone on, she has made these appeals on Facebook. And I suppose I need to tell you that, the poison dwarf, Paul Ansel, he has inserted himself into this missing person in Alicante, as he pronounces it. Maybe he'll be over in Spain soon. Good old down the rapids. So he's bound to insert himself. He says the family reached out to him. Maybe they did, but I think that really they've reached out to everybody just by general social media posts. Anyway, that she was wanting to know. She made a post in the Missing Jay Slater group asking for, who he had got. So maybe somebody did put her in contact with down the rapids, Paul Arnott, but or maybe not. I don't know, but. So I did put a comment on there for what's that, LBT, isn't it? LBT group that helped out, because she was saying, anybody know who can help us while we're abroad? And I just said to her, the LBT group helped Jay Slater. And of course, the consulate and the embassy, they will help a little bit. They don't really help, but what they do is they put you in contact with people who can help. Believe me, the embassy and the consulate are absolutely no help whatsoever, really. But the only thing they will do is try and put you in contact with somebody. Like they'll probably give LBT groups details. Because here's another family, they've got the language barrier. Now, I think they've come over to Alicante, but they will have a language problem, not in the expat communities like in Benidorm, etc., but when they're trying to deal with authorities. So I've said to her that if she needs any help, I will help her. I haven't heard anything back. They've probably got a lot going on, but I can only put it out there. And if she wants help, if they want help with interpreting, translating, I did exactly the same thing for Jay Slater. But, I can help if they need help. But they may have people helping them because they're trying to sort of whip up search parties. They were asking for anyone who had a drone, that could go around looking for him, because they seem to think there's some suspicious circumstances. Now, I don't think we know the full story. But just what his dad has been saying on Facebook, which I'm going to get up now. His dad is Billy George. And well, I know he won't mind me sharing his Facebook because he wants publicity for it. So his dad, Billy George, is in Belfast. Let me just come back to the chat and make sure you're all right. Yeah, it's he seems to be quite, his dad seems to think there may be some foul play, so we'll see. So his last post 2 hours ago was, anyone in Torrevieja has a minibus who can do pickups for a few days or longer. Now let's have a look at some of the comments on there. Oh, is they saying, please help us? I think I might send his dad a message actually at some point. See, Bernie here is saying, oh, where's the Spanish police? The Spanish police have declared him as a missing person, but the problem they're going to have with the Spanish police, it's going to be Jay Slater all over again. There'll be a language barrier. There'll be people like Paul Arnott going out there pissing off the police. And the police, if this is a criminal investigation, they're not going to tell anybody anything. It's like deja vu. So he says, listen, someone somewhere over here knows what happened to John. Just please phone, give us our son back. If only you could see my poor wife, the state she's in. Would you like it to be your mother? Oh, it's sad, isn't it? Because that's it. It might be nearly 40, but that's still his mum and dad. It's going on too long. We all the way back home to Belfast. Please, I am on my, I think he means knees there. I'm on my knees begging for my son's body. Now he's talking as if his son is dead already, and this asking for drones and things. It does. There's something gone on. Apparently, the last time they spoke to their son, he was distressed. So did he feel like he was in danger? Maybe. And yeah, it could be a sort of a drug thing, but we don't know yet. We don't know. So then before that, need drones for a search in Torrevieja area. Please help if you can message me. Now, you've got to be careful with this, because this is all allegedly that he's saying here. These are the last people to be with John. Why have they not been arrested? Go to the police, please to innocent. Do you know? Because they are effing guilty. The guy on the beach is from Lisbon, not more. Somebody knows him. So there's obviously a reason. I mean, I'm not casting aspersions on these people. I don't know them. It might have nothing to do with his disappearance. But, I'm sure if they do, then the police will be interviewing them. Everything, I don't know, because I'd need to speak to the police directly or to whatever, but I'm just showing you what his daddy's saying. I'm not saying anything about these people. I don't know anything about them or whether they have had anything to do with John's disappearance. But for some reason, his dad seems to think so. So I think this is part of the reason why he's suspicious, because he had been texting this Dan Mac, and he said, can you tell me something, please? Where is he? And he didn't answer. So he said, what are you ignoring me for? And then he answered and said, I'm not ignoring you. I haven't had any charge in my phone. It's fecked. It's only 3% now. It won't charge. I haven't saw him from last week. I went to the bar and he just kept talking about Benidorm. I don't even know him properly, honestly. I hear anything, Bill, I'll let you know straight away. And then he answered, Dan, what's happened to him? He hasn't just vanished into thin air. Ring me, please. And then I think he's tried to ring, and one of them has tried to ring anyway, and I don't know if they ever had a phone call or not. So this is a desperate father. This is the guy, or some guy that he seems to think, he shouldn't really be putting, because he doesn't know this Nordic berserker on Instagram. He doesn't know that he's got anything to do with it. I don't know who Johnny Smythe is with these 3 dogs. He's got a few tattoos. But having a few tattoos and they look like they might be pit bulls, I don't know, or bullies or whatever, still doesn't make you a murderer, does it? I don't know who Madison Allen is. Don't know what the relevance is of all these pictures. Oh, so this is Johnny Smythe. Oh, the one with the dogs with his son. So this is the dad, Billy George, that has put these pictures up. And he's begging for help. Listen, see the videos. We have seen them. Listen to his voice. I know people thinking it's helping, but it's not. So stop sending family them. People are commenting. I hope he's found safe and well. I've known him a good few years. He's an absolute gentleman. Here he is, Billy. Anyone has anything to say, ring 112 in Spain, because 112 is like 999. Oh dear. Yeah. So, who knows? There's some, it seems like there's something going on here in this case, doesn't it? Something maybe suspicious. I don't know. A lot of prayers going out there. So let's see when officially they say he was. When was he officially last seen? So I don't know exactly. The last phone call he made to them, they definitely say that he sounded distressed, but we don't know what that exact phone call was. Let's have a look what the Daily Mail had to say. So on Christmas Eve, the Daily Mail did this article. Oh God, these adverts. The children of a British father who went missing while on holiday have made a desperate plea to Santa to bring their daddy home. So it says the 37-year-old was at a friend's home in Alicante. What? Along Spain's Costa del Sol, before later leaving to meet up with other friends in nearby Benidorm. However, the Belfast native has not been seen since, leaving his family and two young boys worried sick. His sister, Courtney George, said John would never even go 2 days without contacting her. But they now have not spoken in 9. Let's have a look at the GoFundMe. So she set up Courtney set up a GoFundMe. Get John home. Let's have a look at the GoFundMe. So yeah. So here's the GoFundMe. Get John home. They've raised 15,000 so far, or 15,514. Now, near Torre, there's a big Irish community round about the Torrevieja area. Where is John? What's happened to him? And why was he so distressed in that last phone call he made? Now, there are some unscrupulous people in that area, and I could do a crime thing about that area alone. But I won't be doing that right now. But, I'm sort of thinking about what to say. See, thing is, was he involved in drug trafficking himself, or, it could be nothing to do with that. Maybe I still think these people, when they go missing, sometimes they turn up in hospital, because with the language barrier and everything, and if they've had an accident or they lose the memory or whatever, I actually know if this happening to someone. Couldn't even tell the people, the hospital who they were. And loved ones, I found one guy in the hospital who his family were looking for him. And it's in my book, actually, the story of it is in my book. Because oh my God, it was a complete, going to the hospital to see if there's anybody in there who's not identified. The hospital won't give you any information, but how are you supposed to find out then? Anyway, to cut a very, very, very long story short, in the end, we just started going around the hospital looking into every room to see if we could find, this was my friend's uncle. He wasn't a real uncle. He was one of them. He'd been a friend of her dad's, for years. And she always used to call him uncle, but he wasn't a blood uncle. And that he'd been reported missing by his neighbours, that he'd had a heart attack. The ambulance had taken him off to hospital, and no one had ever heard anything since from him. And a week had gone past or something, and the hospital won't give any information. Oh, it was a complete fiasco. But in the end, what we did was we literally went around the hospital and just looked in every room, and we found him. He was just sat there having his dinner, because he had the beginnings of dementia as well. So I think he was quite enjoying being in the hospital, actually, because he lived alone, and he was getting all these meals made for him, getting looked after by the nurses. I don't think he actually wanted to leave when we found him. I think he was a bit disappointed. But what I'm trying to say is, people can go missing and turn up in hospital. He could be in a coma in hospital for all we know. It could have fallen down the cliffs or banged his head, or anything could have happened. So he may not be actually deceased, but it's just a bit worrying that his father earlier in his Facebook page said to find John's body, and he's asking for people with drones to go out looking for him, etc. But I tell you, if one of them has done something to him, they'll put him in the sea, of course, because it goes right along the coast there, and that happens quite often. It happens quite often, and the sea doesn't always give up its secrets. Sometimes it does. We've had a few bodies washed up again on the shores along the Costa del Sol. Mainly drug related. And then there was a case a few years ago, a young lad who's still missing, who went out on New Year's Eve. I think about every time my son goes out, this lad went out, sent again a photo or video to his family showing him looked like he'd been roughed up, and then he disappeared, and he's never been found since. Just disappeared, and his mum still has no answers even now. Horrible. So yeah, these things do happen. So this is the thing as well, when you go on holiday, don't wear your holiday head all the time. Remember that bad things happen when you're on holiday as well, so you've still got to be careful. Just because you're on holiday doesn't mean to say anything terrible won't happen. So hi, this is a message from the family of John. We understand this time of year can be difficult for everyone. Unfortunately, this year is exceptionally difficult for our family and friends, and we need your support in getting John home. This GoFundMe has been organised to raise enough money to get family and friends over in an attempt to locate and return John back home. Any donation, however small, is an amazing contribution. Please support us in getting him home. And that's been organised by his sister, Courtney George. So they've had quite a lot of donations. They're up to 15,000. The target is 16,000. So they've nearly hit the target. They've got some big donations, £500 donation there. And then, of course, lots of little donations do add up to a big donation. So, if you feel like you want to help this family, that's where you can help them. I'd just like to have a look at her Facebook actually. So they're meeting, if any of you are in that area, they're meeting up. What's her name again? Courtney. They're meeting up every morning at a bar to sort of discuss what to do. Let's go back to that tab a minute. See if I can find her Facebook page. If that was me, and if they do answer me, I mean, I've reached out to them. I can't do any more than that. I'm not going to bug them and demand to help them. But I would literally be going around the hospitals. That would definitely be my stop. So she's been travelling over by the look of it. This is Courtney's Facebook. That's me landed and ready to look for my brother. I won't be on my phone as I'm not wasting time. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you who's helping us, getting the word out there, getting John's name out there. I have faith in my family, all the good people in the world to help us as much as we can while we continue to search in a foreign country for our loved one. Message me privately if it is vitally important, but now I have to focus on what's in front of me. Everyone keep doing what you're doing, and I will try my best to contact when I can. So I may send her a message and say that please go around the hospitals, because he could be in a hospital. So she's been posting for a couple of days. Anyone with information, reach out to this email. There's an email there. You can remain anonymous, Belta4, BELTA4 at benidorm.org. And then she goes on to describe his tattoos. His name is John Hardy George, 36 years old. His birthday is 30. Oh my God, he's got the same birthday as my son. His tattoos, Georgie Fighting Irish on his arm, a panther on his belly, Danielle on his wrist, and also a sleeve of some sort. Travelled to Alicante to friends and was meant to travel to Benidorm by car is what we have been told. Nothing is facts. We need people to be looking for John. His last contact with the family was Saturday the 14th of December, and he was meant to return home on Wednesday the 18th of December, and he did not get on his flight home. I wonder if I can find the video, because apparently, yeah, so this is what I answered to, because she posted, this person posted, it wasn't his sister. Is there anyone here that can point me in direction of finding out the help we've got in finding Jay Slater? Asking on behalf of my friend. Yeah, so she's the one that I've messaged. Because she said, need help for translator, language barrier, big issue. So I have offered myself. And, it's up to them if they take it or not. So, sometimes I feel once you say you're a YouTuber as well, because I'll just be transparent. I'm not going to say I don't. Not that I would put anything on YouTube if they wanted me to keep it private. But I think maybe they think, YouTuber, because YouTubers get a bad name because of the idiot YouTubers that are out there that just talk a load of rubbish. But, yeah, there he is. Oh, it'll all start. You can just imagine. I hope they find him quick, because otherwise there's going to be conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory. There's going to be false sightings. There's going to be all sorts, isn't there? If the longer it goes on, because there'll be no information forthcoming from the Spanish police. So, what? So they've had a house fire as well. What? 11 hours. If anyone is able or willing to help my mum and her husband after their tragic house fire that occurred this morning, anything is appreciated. God. Oh, that's somebody else. Is it? Oh, God. What, a house fire as well? Anyway, I'm just here to tell you about the missing person in Alicante. I think, sorry, I'm just, sorry, I'm just going through these now. Anyway, I hope he's found soon, because if he's not found soon, God knows what's going to be coming out here on social media. Yeah, I don't know if he's got a partner, Laurie, but he's got 2 kids. I don't know if he's still with his partner or not. I know, Laurie, I agree. I don't know if it's going to end up being weird. Hi, Seffi. Yeah, there's definitely something, isn't there? There's something more to this. There's definitely something more to it. But anyway, time will tell. Things will come out. I just wanted to let you know what was going on because it's Spain, and of course it's a Brit missing in Spain. But actually, so when I put up something else I just want to tell you about, because when I was Googling for British man, so many things came up. You know, I could do a crime channel just on things that happen. Now I can't. Now it's typical. Ah, here it is. Look at this that I found. Now I didn't know about this, but another case. A British man went missing after an argument with his a fight with his wife in Castilla y Leon. This 48-year-old. When was this? It was a little while ago. It was a couple of months ago, I think. Can't find a date on the article. I think it was summertime. And then in July, a body believed to be that of British man Stephen Michael B, 48, who disappeared more than a week ago in northern Spain, has been found in the region of Castilla and Leon. The expat vanished on July the 11th. They all say expat, not immigrant, don't they? After getting into an argument with his wife at a garage in the village of Las Salas. And local police have revealed that a body matching Stephen's description was discovered in the bell tower of the village church on Sunday, July the 21st. Shockingly, this is the 4th Briton reported missing in Spain in the last few weeks. Following more than a month of searches in rural Tenerife, Lancashire teenager Jay Slater was found dead last week, and fellow countryman Ben Ross, a 26-year-old law student. Oh, he was found, wasn't he, Ben Ross? He turned up, didn't he? Then last week, Mountain Rescue joined the search for Stephen after he left his wife following a row. His car and personal belongings were found a short time later, sparking fears for the safety of the keen mountaineer. But however, over the weekend, a local stumbled across the body in a church. And according to the mayor, Manuel Valbuena, nobody else has been sought in connection with the man's death. So he's found in the bell tower of a church. So makes you think, did he hang himself there? What? But mountain specialists were involved in the search for Jay Slater were also deployed. Drones, helicopter, train, sniffer dog, and the search concentrated on the banks of the Esla River, a tributary of the Duero River, and the nearby mountainous areas before police divers began to search the river itself. And then just last month, a 70-year-old British hiker from London was found dead in the Spanish Pyrenees. Then, in other news, Irish child 11 falls to her death from hotel balcony in Spain. Feels like Spain's a dangerous place when you come on holiday. Well, he wasn't on holiday, this guy. He's had a row with his wife and ended up, by the look of it, deleting himself in the local church bell tower. It's what I mean. It is a crazy world. We always talk about it being a crazy world. It definitely is. Well, I hope this man is safe somewhere. Anything at the moment, you've got to be positive, because it may not be that bad, that anything bad's befallen him. Now, I think they said they were meeting up in a pub called the Lazy Lion or something. I think it was called the Lazy Lion. Oh, I'll have to have another look on Facebook to find out. What? Oh. Right, I'm not going to read out Courtney's Facebook, because she's obviously getting quite carried away because her brother's missing, and she's making quite a lot of accusations about the people he was last seen with. Now, I don't want to repeat those. I will show you this photo of her with her, is that with her brother? That's a lovely picture. I'll show this picture. I don't want to read out her posts because they're quite defamatory. Quite defamatory against the people that he was last seen with, which, may be true. He may have done something to them, but I don't really want to... So they're offering a reward. Yeah. There's loads of expat groups. I've seen it on so many groups. It's been spread about. It's certainly been spread. Oh, here's a reporter's contacting her. Yeah. It's certainly getting a lot of attention. Let's put it that way. It's all over, because my Facebook, obviously, a lot of it is Spain. It's all over. It's all over. So they're definitely getting plenty of attention. It's in the local press. No, I know, Laurie. I don't want people to think that, you come to Spain and these terrible things are going to happen. The only thing I do want people to know and to think about is I've seen it a million times. People come here on holiday and they do come with their holiday head. They're not as careful as they would be if they were in whatever country they live in or wherever they live. They do things like they leave the doors open or they leave the windows open or, things like that. That's what I'm talking about. They don't realise that there is crime here. No more than anywhere else, no less than anywhere else, but there still is crime. So just because you're on holiday doesn't mean say you can't be robbed or you can't be mugged or attacked or whatever. People do, especially in tourist areas. People do get mugged, attacked, etc. Oh, I remember my family coming out and I said to them, whatever you do, because what you have here is in a lot of the holiday places, so you've got your door, but your door will have a grill over it, so people will go out and they think, oh, because the grill's locked, but they've left the door open, but it's got the metal grill over it that's locked. They feel safe, you know. And I was saying to my family, when you go to the pool, because the swim pool's just around the corner, you know, on the complex, don't leave your door open, even though you've got the grill unlocked. Because what they do, and these are organised gangs, they get a fishing rod and they reach in through the grill and hook out whatever they can. So if your bag's in there somewhere, you know, you don't think they can't reach it because it's far away from the door. These are professional people. If you leave a tiny window open, they have kids that they use. They're like Fagins. There is organised crime. And they send kids in through tiny windows, even dog flaps, cat flaps. You know, they can always get into your house if you don't secure it properly, and they know that people on holiday, they have a lot of money with them normally. You know, they have cameras, phones, you know, those kind of things that people carry around with them on holiday. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't come to Spain on holiday, but what I'm saying is don't come and think that just because you're in a different country, there's no problems. There are problems. Like anywhere else. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it, Laurie. First of all, it'll be down the Rapids guy, Turkey Teeth. He'll be the first. Then it'll be Isla Tronquera or whatever her name is, and there's ones, you know, if this one, I'm just hoping he's found soon. If he's found soon, it won't get to that fever pitch, will it? But if it gets to the fever pitch, yeah, we'll have Mark Williams Tronk over saying, oh yes, it's to do with organised crime, whether he knows it is or not. You know, so it's meanwhile, we've got family, we've got 2 kids that are missing their dad and a family that wants to know where he is. Okay, so that's it. But if I hear anything else, I will let you know, of course. I'm totally behind with everything at the moment because of the rabbit. So all the things that I was going to, you know, get back on track with today, I haven't. But I'm glad the little rabbit, the little bunny wabbit is back. Let's have another look at the bunny wabbit because that'll cheer us up. I'm glad the little bunny wabbit is back with his family, or her family. It is a little girl, but I should have. Cute. It was literally so cute, and you know, once it calmed down, it didn't mind being handled. It never tried to bite once. It tried to jump out my arms a couple of times, but not once did it try and bite. It was, you know, it was lovely. It was so tranquil. Yeah, thank God for animals. Thank God for animals. That's all I can say. Okay, peeps. So I will see you really soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Let's hope this guy is found soon and his family get their minds put at rest. I'll see you really soon in the next video, and until then, as always, may your God go with you. Bye.